I could have fitted. You
So,
want to wear fitted?
Why?
You wear
I don't
on
want
the
to like
opposite
you.
side.
Is that what it sounds like? What they said recorded? Is that what it sounded like?
I mean, it just sounds like the way.
I thought
Yo,
you
what
said
it do
walk,
is-
but it sounds
No,
like
the,
before,
you
right?
gotta stand. You gotta open space. It's gonna go
I
like
know,
crazy.
I know that.
All right.
Yo, what it
I
do
was
with your
worried
boy
that it
Nate? No, I'm joking. I'm stop.
Yeah, these aren't quite sound absorbent ones.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I asked you a bunch of questions on here, obviously, since that's the interview. And
Where were you?
I'll ask you one at a time. Whoever wants to speak up first, doesn't matter. Try not to be too dickish to each other.
No, you
because
go
I will
first.
be trying to use some of this footage for a little documentary for fun. So, all right. So whoever wants to go first.
Yeah, you go first.
How long
Ladies
have
first.
you worked for Blockbuster?
I worked for Blockbuster 7 years.
7 years, sir. 7 years.
Okay. What got you to start working at Blockbuster?
It was actually my one manager from when I was working at Bath and Body Works that said they were looking for a management position. I said sure, I was interested in it. So I applied and I talked with the store manager here and Pat Ryan and I got hired. And ever since then, I've been here.
Simple. I love movies. That's why I got the job.
What were some benefits of working at Blockbuster?
All the movies I can watch, video games, and the people, interaction with the customers, talking about movies. That's the best part of the job.
I would have to agree with Alex in the aspect of, definitely the customers that you got to know, and not just their name, but their likings of movies. I love playing the different video games and renting them and keeping them out as long as you'd like, and definitely watching the movies.
Okay. This would be probably my favorite question to go through. We'll start with the negative first. What are some negative things about working for Blockbuster, whether it be job, customers, anything like that?
Doing inventory. That was the worst
Oh,
job.
yeah,
That's the
I
worst
hated
part of
inventory.
this job.
I think
is
everybody
doing
hated inventory.
Okay.
That
I know
is
I
the
did.
worst. And dealing with people like Nate, that's the next other job.
You loved me, Alex. You loved me.
You sure?
I personally believe that inventory, and with all retail, you have your messed up customers here and there. At this store, we had really good clientele of our regular good, awesome customers. But if I would have to say anything that was negative about, working for Blockbuster, is definitely the inventory. Or one pet peeve is why couldn't they just make every scan in, it automatically take off the discount, because we had so many different barcodes, and I hated that.
Okay. And to counter that, what were some of the positive things working for Blockbuster?
The customers sometimes, new people, and sometimes the coworker. I can say that. The different people you work with. I don't think so. The customers, the workers you work with, that was kind of the good, interesting thing about working the job. The management, that was the benefits of working in this job.
I honestly have to say that that out of all managements that I've dealt with and worked for and all that, definitely our store manager Pat was definitely one of the best managers I can honestly say as a store manager. Just being constructive and
You're not kissing butts right now.
No,
Kissing
no,
butt right now. You know that, right?
No.
Okay.
But just the aspect where I feel personally, I love, just us as employees and as a group, that even though, we were away from our other, families, our blood-related families, I consider everybody here like a, family partake as well.
I agree with him on
know,
that.
so-
Blockbuster is a family.
Yeah, definitely.
With the workers you work as a family, as a
We
group.
got to know
That's-
each
you
other.
Get tight, you work side to side for hours, and you become like a family.
I mean, I get annoyed sometimes, but, it's okay.
Yeah, we know
look-
you're annoying.
What? Alex?
How did things change outside Blockbuster that affected the business?
I guess maybe to be brutally honest with everybody is saying, the streaming, everybody's getting away from physical discs. It was just like, music, where it was on tape decks, then DVDs, CDs, and then it's now streaming and iTunes. So with the times, with everything,
Question,
everything.
before you answer that one, since when music went on DVDs? I thought that was CDs.
Oh, CDs. I said
So
CDs.
you said DVD
Why are
first.
you always interrupting me?
Because you're not saying the right thing.
The CDs, and so it was a little bit of that, but I think, all good things come to an end, and like with the times and the changes of everything, I guess you kind of have to adjust with everything, unfortunately. But morally, what stinks is people are getting away from the coming into the stores aspect and to be able to walk around and touch the physical disc, which is I personally love doing that type of stuff compared to just, I just want to stream from my house. In instances where it's a big hard rainy day, or if it's really snowing out there and you don't want to leave, okay, have the actual streaming, but there's nothing that beats coming into the actual store, getting to know the actual employees that work here, as well as just getting to know the customers. And that's what I feel the customers are going to be missing out on a whole buttload, is them coming into our store, getting to know us as employees, and trying to figure out what type of movies they like, to what they dislike.
You almost went to sleep, right?
What? That was a very good descriptive
Look,
point.
I really
Go ahead.
hurt the industry more. Nobody wants physical discs no more. Discs no more. Everybody wants digital. They want to stream everything. They want to be portable, everything they do. They want to have everything in their hands. It's not the same anymore. It's not that you could go outside, you have your kids in the car, you don't want them to make noise. You give them your phone, you give them a tablet, they keep quiet. That's what people want. They don't want to leave the house. They want to stay home. The kids want to share each other's videos. They don't want to go to a store. They don't want to eat. They want to be fat and lazy now, like the movie WALL-E. Because everybody's getting big because they all stay at home and do this stuff. That's what's happening to the same. That's going to happen in a couple of years. People want to stay home and look at everything through the videos at home. They don't want to leave the house, and that's what killed this industry more. People going outside as a family looking for movies to have movie nights. Instead of doing that, they want to stay home and just watch a movie on their phone. You go to somebody's house, every single member of the house, even the dog probably has a phone, and they're streaming everything. True or not true?
You're right, but still.
Okay then.
So what were your thoughts when Dish Network purchased Blockbuster?
I actually thought that it was going to be a positive, and it was, because they were giving us a lot of incentives of different sales. Like we sold the blue ticket, and I was the top seller for that for sure. But just the aspect of the different incentives that they gave to us, and just it actually thought that they were going to actually do positiveness with the company. They were talking about doing portable devices and so on and so forth. I was actually very shocked that once they told us that we were actually closing. I knew maybe it was going to be in due time frame, but otherwise not this soon. But they kept us open for at least 2+ years. Otherwise, the other places would have probably just liquidated us right away.
Well, to me, I was happy at one part, but when I noticed they're not going to merge the company, I knew it was not going to last that long, to be honest. You got to understand, when a company buys another company and they don't merge it with the company, they just buy it to get the name, they're going to kill the company in a couple of years. They're going to try to make their money, sell it, and make a profit and get rid of it. That's how they look. That's how I saw it. I mean, I was happy they bought us, that we could stretch out a couple more years, but it was not going to last. Because if a company doesn't merge you to merge you into their company to form one new company, not gonna last. And Dish, I appreciate what they did, but I knew it was not gonna last that long. I gave it at least a year. They did it 2 years.
Yeah, they did 2 years.
What are your thoughts on the overall loss of most of the brick and mortar stores for movies and games?
What's that mean? What do you mean?
Like actual store housing. How many other competitors of Blockbuster are there in existence right now?
There's not. Mom and pop stores, they do very well for the local community because they're like a franchise compared to like a Blockbuster that's like a corporation. I personally believe all corporations are money greedy, hungry compared to like the mom and pop shops where they're more in tune with the people and more in tune with the wants of the customer needs. Blockbuster the competition was maybe like 48 Hours and, a couple of other Hollywood videos and all that.
Crazy
videos, but Blockbuster really was on top, you know what I mean? But, it's just like this, like we said, just a dwindling the times and everything with electronics and technology, dwindles all the way that even soon I personally believe that movie theaters won't be along anymore. Everything's going to be streamed right to the TV.
It already started, so that's what it does.
Yeah.
It's just that the industry is not going to be there. It's the same thing as music. Music years ago, you had tape for 8 tracks, records, tape deck, CDs. Everything's now digital format. Same thing as video. So the industry is dying too. Everything's going to be a digital format to streaming. With so many digital devices, what's the point of having anything physical to carry when you can carry on one device? You got a little phone that'll carry you 40,000 songs, also carries you like 20 movies. What's the point of carrying all that, a whole bunch of discs, a whole bunch of movies with you when you can do it in one device? It's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
I give it about 10 more years, and everything will be portable.
I mean, look at some of the packs. You have a multi-pack where you got the actual DVD, you have the actual Blu-ray, and you have your digital copy that you could put on one-time use onto your phone, onto your laptop, and that's it, you know? So you can carry it around with you, so you don't need that physical disc if you don't want to.
Come back to
Ours is going to be the best one, son. Ours is going to be the best one.
When you gonna have this everybody, Matt?
Oh, yeah, send me a
Matt,
Facebook
when you
for
gonna
sure
do this?
about
How you
this.
gonna do? How you gonna do
Lindsay's
this,
just
buddy?
cracking up. Like,
I don't know if you want, like it. I can
No,
do full
because
interviews
I
out
hear
to
you guys
everybody.
whispering stuff in it too. So.
Oh,
All right, so continue on. How do you feel this store specifically impacted the local community?
I personally felt that, like I said, I was shocked when they told us that we were closing because we were doing very well with our revenue. All our customers that we came in, we basically knew, and we knew them by name, you know. You have the main street of Hamilton going up and down, so it's like there was always passing by of this store, so somebody could always just come in compared to having the other local stores around us like a Red Nose and Giants. But otherwise, just
Nate, what he's asking you is, how did we affect the community by being the last store leaving here?
Oh, we did good. Oh my gosh,
Okay,
yeah,
You're really
yeah.
telling him something else that's not making sense at the moment. Sorry to cut you off, but you are not.
Why you cut me off?
Because it didn't make sense what
It
you're
was
saying.
making. Oh, okay.
Listen, to be honest, being the last store in the whole valley, it did hurt a lot of customers. This is a place that they can come with their family and be together and enjoy a movie. But now that it's gone, a lot of people, I mean, the last day on the 9th, when we closed up renting, everybody was hurt. I saw people crying here.
Oh yeah.
That they felt that kids will miss going to a video store. But you understand, you don't see that, you're not gonna see that anymore. And it's being the last, like, frontier, let's put it that way. That's it.
A legacy.
It's gonna, it's
journey.
And being the last one, you have people from Easton, Trexlertown, everywhere coming here. I even feel people from Reading coming down here just to rent movies. So you could imagine. And it hurt a lot of people doing that. But, dude, really? That's the question you asked me. Not telling the whole story about the traffic and all that was going on here, okay?
Well, I'm just saying that
That doesn't help. That's not answering the question.
Next question, Matt.
All right, based on your experiences working here, besides the fact that obviously we're losing jobs.
Yeah.
But in your own opinion, do you like the trend of less physical media and more digital media?
I can understand the convenience for it, but there's nothing like that beats, just having that physical disc in your hand. Even though, yes, it can get scratched, and we've had a lot of defective discs that have come back to us, and it eliminates that. But still, just having that disc in your hand, and same thing with customers, when you stream everything, it's just nothing beats just coming into that store trying to look around. But I do believe that there's pros and cons with both aspects.
Let's put it this way. To be honest, streaming is better. And carrying around is a lot better. It's gonna hurt losing your job, but that's like the top thing that's gonna happen. You can't change it. You can't. What? Put your hands down.
No.
It's true. I'm being honest. You can't
Very
lie.
true.
Being in the video, I've been in this business, 7 years, and I've been on videos and all that all my life. But it's true. It's killing it. There's no way you're gonna stop saying that.
True.
The digital format and all that is company now.
Guess
It's
you gotta
better
just
than before.
Embrace the change.
It's the future. You can't stop the change. I know we lost our jobs, but it's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
It's a dying breed. How many music stores you see out there now? They're gone. Sooner or later, video is gonna be the next step. So pretty soon, there's not gonna be a regular car. Think about that.
Wait, how
McDonald's is gonna be delivered right to your house. You don't have to go to McDonald's no more.
What?
It's gonna be like that pretty soon. It's gonna change. Everything is changing. Technology.
I thought
Every
Burger
year.
King was supposed to do that, like to deliver.
No, only like Pizza Hut. You remember you could go online and Pizza Hut order and it comes to your house?
Yeah.
So you can imagine that. There you go.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. Begin, press. Okay, good.
I can hear them over by the register.
Are they overpowering these guys?
I mean, you hear a certain bang once in a while.
I just didn't want all of a sudden like the music like takes over. That's why I double check. I don't mind you doing that. I just didn't want all of a sudden like.
Got it. I got you.
All right, so now on to something a little bit different. What were your personally, after both of you again, what were some of your favorite titles and some of your least favorite titles that you've seen?
I can tell you the one I can't stand the most. After Earth. That's like one of the worst movies I've seen this year.
were going to say Rampart.
That is one of the ones. You're the only one here that liked it.
Yeah, there's other
Everybody here,
customers.
every single
Other
person that worked in the
customers
store, that didn't like that. Yeah, every person that worked here didn't like that movie. You're the only person here, and a psycho person that rented it, liked that movie. Every person hated that movie. That was like one of the worst movies to watch. The next one was After Earth, and you know that.
My personal opinion is, as long as I can finish the movie, I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
There's
so if
not
I
too
give
many-
you a video of My Little Pony, you're gonna sit there and
No,
watch
I'm
it?
not gonna watch My Little Pony. Why would
Why
I?
not?
Why the freak would I watch My Little Pony?
But hold on.
I'm sorry, can I say freak, right?
Okay, hold on. Will you enjoy watching My Little Pony?
No, I'm not gonna watch My Little Pony. But
But you saw Rampart, right?
yes,
Did you enjoy Rampart?
it was a good. It was a
But if
good
I
one.
said you watch After Earth, will you watch it too?
I loved After Earth.
And you like My Little Pony too, right?
No, that's not the question.
That's the question. That is one of the. See,
Why are you making
you don't have no
things
taste in
different?
movie.
My personal opinion is, as long as I can finish the movie and it brings an enjoyment and an enticement to it, then I'm happy with the movie.
I'm-
I'll give it like a C
I'm not
plus,
gonna
you
agree
know, a
with you
C
on that one.
minus, you know.
You have to understand when you
Matt
work in this
said it was
business.
my opinion.
But you gotta understand, you work in this place that you have to oblige to customers. You cannot watch a movie because you say it's good all the time. You have different people that come with different taste that come to this place.
Well then,
And you can, there's certain people that are not gonna watch
then they
that
can
movie that
read
you
the back
want.
of the box if that entices them, and they say,
Yeah,
"I
because
wanna
you
get
like every
this."
single movie that we had.
I
True or
like
not?
all of them, not all of them.
Okay then, there's movies here that people that were good to watch. I mean, did you see Godfather?
Yes.
You like
Yes,
Godfather?
that was good.
Okay. You like Rampart, but
Yes.
compared to Godfather, Rampart is
Oh, how
Garbage.
can you compare
Okay, then that's what I'm
Godfather and
talking
the
about.
Rampart now? Come on.
okay. You saw Battleship.
Yes.
Which one you prefer, Rampart, Battleship? Which one you prefer?
Oh, definitely Battleship.
So then, why would you recommend Rampart?
Well, because there's other movies that
The
you
movie at
would-
the end, did it make sense?
But no, there's other.
Did it make
instances-
sense at the end of the movie?
Yeah.
You
It
sure?
was like a
It didn't
Jerry
have- okay,
Springer style.
How about
sense,
Killer
but-
Joe? Did you like that one too?
Yes.
Yeah? Then you know the idiot that didn't like the movie. The movie like that. See? Next question, Matt. Next question.
Well, for you, what
No, yeah.
what's your least favorite movies?
Well, Rampart's one. After Earth, the other one this year. That's the one with Will Smith. That was like one of the worst sci-fi movies I've ever seen this year. There was a lot of movies that were bad. I mean, this year was like the worst year of movies, I'll be honest. This is the worst year of movies I've seen in a long time. The movie industry is losing their way of making movies. They are.
weird.
They're not doing it anymore like to catch up. They're repeating the same
Yeah.
thing over and over.
I
They're
seen
taking
that
the
in
old
one
one,
movie.
repeating it again. The only movie that I saw that was a remake that was kind of decent was actually Karate Kid. Everything else has been garbage every time you see a new remake. There's not that many great movies out there like that, like you used to. I gotta be honest on that part.
This was number 10.
You want some baby powder?
No, sound good.
You sure?
I'm good now.
You want some makeup?
Yo,
I
sound
can
good.
get your cheeks
What do
rosy.
you mean? Wait, cheeks roll. You are not
You
smacking
want
my face.
You want some?
Are we rolling?
No.
Oh, shh. We're rolling.
All right.
So this is going to be one of my favorite questions. What were some of the most strange and interesting events with customers that you can recall
Oh my
working
gosh. Go ahead, you go first.
With customers?
You go first.
We picking on you on customers? That's the best one when I pick on customers. We know that. I know which one was good. When I had the 4 little girls laugh at you.
Oh, yo, man, that's not fair.
Well, think about it. I had 4 little girls. They were age of what? Between 13
They
and 12
were-
years old.
yes, and you
right?
told me that they were 18. I
Nate
said,
went-
no, they're
they
not
were-
18.
And Nate went outside.
So
I
I
told
won
the
my
girl,
$5.
I told the girls, I'll give you a free movie if you laugh at Nate. The girls, Nate went outside. Nate came back inside. As soon as Nate walked in, as soon as he hit the back, the girls started laughing nonstop. Nate's looking, why are you laughing at me? He doesn't know why the girls laughed at him. Poor Nate felt
Yeah,
embarrassed.
but see, I still.
How
didn't
you
get-
feel bad that you was about to cry? That 4
I
little girls
wasn't,
were laughing at you.
I wasn't going to cry,
You
but
were-
just bringing back memories.
Hold on,
I won my
Nate-
$5 because you
Nate-
told me
Nate-
I couldn't guess their age. I said they're like
Nate,
between
Nate,
13 and
Nate,
16.
But you almost cried because the girls
I
were
didn't
laughing.
cry. Man, I'm a grown
admit it.
man. I don't
Yeah,
cry
yeah,
like
look at your
that,
face
man.
now.
Yeah.
You know you cried.
Please.
You know you cried. Admit it. That's what you look at that face saying. You know you cried.
Yeah, that's my hood status face. Come on, I
That's
don't
a
even
hood?
get there. I
Oh,
don't even
God.
get there.
Yeah, sure.
There was just so many different great experiences with customers and all that funny, just one very, very precious one that I found very amusing, and you really couldn't be even mad, was when this one old lady came in and she just came up to the register and she was like, here, I forgot to bring my movie back and all that. I was like, oh, it's okay. No problem at all. We'll take care of it for you. And she said, oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to rewind the tape. Well, it was a DVD. And we just all looked at her, and we had to wait till she left and then start cracking up, and even some customers. But it was just so precious because she was an older lady, and
Hey.
you really can be upset.
It's a different one. I got a movie thrown at me at a lady one time.
got a movie
A little lady
film
threw a
too?
movie at me
Why would she throw a movie at you?
because she said she didn't want to pay the late fees. I'll tell you, man.
It's okay. If you guys think of anything, let me know.
Ah, yeah, so
So, all right. What will you miss most working for Blockbuster?
I said the coworkers. I'm gonna be honest. My coworkers, my managers, my coworkers. I miss that. They're like my other family. I'm gonna miss that. That's like the best thing about the job. Even though doing the work here, I miss the customers, but I'm gonna miss my coworkers.
no.
Not really him too much, but I'm gonna
Yo,
miss my.
I'm part of the coworkers. I'm part
You
of
sure?
that. Yes, I'm part of
You-
the
do
coworkers.
you actually do
brand.
work?
Yeah. What? Please, I was the top seller. I was. The top
Where?
worker.
Top sellers what? I'm doing what? Wait a minute. Weren't you the dish specialist before I got here?
No, I
Did you
no,
sell
I
any
didn't
dish?
want. No,
hold on,
I,
hold on, wait. Did you sell any dish?
I talked with
Did-
people,
but
but
hold on. Question. Answer my question. Did you sell any dish?
I didn't sell it. Just
Did
but
you sell
I,
any? Did you sell any? And you the dish specialist? Yes or no? Answer my question. Yes or no answer.
No, I didn't sell it.
How many did I sell?
I don't know how many you
I
sold.
sold about 25,
Well,
30.
you know,
Hold on, I got an award for it. And you, and I did it what,
You know,
in
is
a couple of
this
months.
my time or your time? Like,
No, but you're not a top seller. I always beat you here if I wanted
No,
Th-
okay,
th-
all right,
you
this
know-
is yes because you went to those different things and
to. Okay,
all that.
but you know that when it comes to selling,
I'm gonna miss our family base
but
that we
hold on,
have
be
here.
honest. You were not the top seller here. Admit it. You know you was not.
Wait,
You were
the,
not
with
with
the
everything
dish-
here.
Oh,
You were not the top seller. Because if I pull the records, I will have higher. I will higher than you.
you're all gone.
Oh no, I still got copies. Pat gave it to me. You want to pull them out?
Wait, no.
Okay,
no,
oh, okay,
I'm
listen,
sorry. Okay,
I
Alex,
admit it.
Alex, you
I
were
admit
the
it.
tops.
I
Alex,
admit
you
it.
were
Without
the-
closing your hands, I saw that. But yeah, the coworkers.
Yeah, the
We're gonna
coworkers.
miss this. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best thing. Except Chris. Okay.
He's just playing. That's a lie.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to mention, or especially anything you'd like to say about experiences, customers, people watching this video?
Um,
I'm gonna give you a tissue before you start crying.
I would say just live on, love on, and just be mindful and courteous to everybody, and
You want a tissue?
life. No, you stop. This is. He just said sincerely and honestly.
Yeah,
I'm
you know,
trying
you're about to
give-
cry.
I'm giving an honest, sincere.
You about to cry?
I can't.
You want to turn your face because you're about to cry?
No, just the aspect of, it was a great time, great experiences, and I think of it this way. I'm 27 years old, going to be 28. Alex, don't forget my birthday. You're on Facebook. You're going to see it. I consider this a 7-year chapter I've done in my life, and time to sprout out and to do something else. I know when one door closes, God opens another one. So wherever that leads, I can.
I actually do your job.
What's my motivation with this? Like, I mean, can we answer your question?
I don't need to. You already answered. I already told you one thing.
Oh, okay.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's okay. Nothing.
Thank God you can't talk and all that. We can't shut him. We can't shut him up most of the time, and now he can't say.
You know what? You really want to get hurt, don't you?
Sorry.
I think this.
Yeah.